Good morning everybody. I've just thought I'd drop you a line to see how everybody's doing and talk to you about my skincare routine every morning. Now, since I've been back in the hospital, I've tied my hair up actually. Since I've been back in the hospital, I've been having a few issues with my skin being even more dry and even more sensitive than normal, and it's actually caused a flare-up of eczema in certain parts. So now I'm back on top of that with thanks to Emma Kilhooley. Thank you very much. You give me some really good advice online. So now my skin is eczema free. I can go back to my normal routine, but to prevent further outbreaks of this, I've changed my routine slightly. So I'm normally a massive fan of the Alumier moisturising cleanser, because my skin is naturally really dry and does fine line and wrinkle quite easily. So I've swapped it to the SensiCalm. It's wet from having my shower this morning. So I've changed it to this. Now, SensiCalm has got yucca root, niacinamide, which is a key ingredient in the prevention of sort of acne, rosacea, pigment and wrinkles. It's one of the forms of vitamin B3. So that's in quite a lot of products I'll talk to you about this morning. But this one is particularly good if you've got red, dry, rosacea type skin. It's really calming and anti-redness. So I've washed with this morning. And this is my all-time favourite Alumier product. So once my skin is towel dried, usually I would go for an exfoliator at this point, but because my skin's been so reactive recently, I've dropped the exfoliators and I'm just concentrating on hydration at the minute. But hopefully, if I have another couple of days of calmness, I will go back to using my Bright and Clear or my AHA Renewal Serum at this stage. But for now, I'm going straight in with the Ultimate Boost Serum. Now, this is absolute favourite. It's got matrixyl synth 6, which is an Alumier patented ingredient which improves elasticity in the skin, which I can have quite a lot of problems with, having very dry skin. So when you've got when you're losing elasticity, when you're getting older, you lose collagen and elastin from the skin, and you can get sort of quite sort of a lack of elasticity. So you can see that mine's pretty good at the moment. So that's from the Ultimate Boost Serum. It also neutralizes free radicals on the skin from the outside, so that's really good for anti-aging too. So I'll go straight in with 1 to 2 pumps. Or do your whole face and neck. Just be careful not to go near the tear trough region. Usually I use the Alumier eye cream under the eyes, which has sort of light reflecting pigment in them, which is great for my dark circles. But that will do the whole face and neck. Probably about 1.5 pumps actually. You just get used to how much you use. And as you can see, that's gone in straight away because I am classically dry, but these products are really easily absorbed. So usually that's enough moisture for me, even with my super dry skin. But actually at the minute, because I'm trying to sort of overhydrate it because of the problems with the tightly fitting masks in ITU, it's so hot under the gowns. And I think that's what's sort of triggered this eczema type reaction, along with the fact that I've got pretty bad hay fever too. So that was something Emma helped me with too. She sorted me out some antihistamines, some good ones that will actually work. So I've swapped my normal Hydra-G moisturiser for the Hydra Calm. Now, we recommend this one for very sensitive rosacea type skins, but also sometimes if people have adult acne, but they have sort of dry skin that's reacting with spots. This is probably contrary to what they're trying to do usually. Usually people try to dry their skin out more if they get spots and remove more oil. Well, it depends on the type of acne that you've got, but you know, you can always pop me a message and ask me which products you would recommend, and I've had a chat with somebody about that recently. So Hydra Calm is the one that I'm using at the moment. It contains sea whip, aloe and honey, and it's also packed full of low molecular weight hyaluronic acid. So that's really hydrating. So usually just use a couple of pumps of that. It's absolutely lovely. It's anti-redness too. But as I say, sometimes this stage I would only do at night, but at the moment I'm doing it twice a day, and it's lovely. I've got a couple of fellas actually who've got quite bad rosacea and they love this Hydra Calm moisturiser. Okay, use a bit on the back of my hands. It's an expensive hand cream, that one. So that's it for the moisturisers. So then obviously I'll be sort of sat in the garden with the kids today. So lastly, sheer hydration sunscreen. Now you can see how well loved that one is. I've probably had that about 3 or 4 months. And this is the tinted one, which is what I usually wear every day underneath my makeup. And it's quite a lightweight one. It's called Sheer Hydration because it's one of the more moisturising sunscreens that Alumier do. And you can get it in tinted or untinted. But it's a physical filter sunscreen as opposed to a chemical filter sunscreen. So whereby a chemical filter sunscreen will start to break down over the day, this one will sit quite happily, and its basic chemistry is like a zinc oxide, like a pseudocreme almost. But you can imagine the scientific process it has to go through to be wearable from that sort of consistency. But as you can see, there's no sort of thick white horribleness to this. It's very lightweight, really wearable day to day, and it just gives you a little tiny bit of coverage, a little bit like a BB cream, I always tell people. But as I say, if you've got a skin that is absolutely greasy and oily all day, not only will your skincare regime help with that if you get it right, but also a good sunscreen like the Clear Shield would be better for you, or the Moisture Matte if you chat to me about it. But that's it for the day, so that's me done. Hope everybody's keeping well. Take care. If you need any information about skincare, then just pop me a message. You can order these things online. So if you pop me a message, I can add you to the website. We'll have a quick chat about skin, and I can recommend some products for you. Okay, from everybody at Aesthetics, hope everybody's keeping okay, keeping safe and staying at home. Take care.